This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, welcome everyone. Make sure your phones are muted and or turned off. And we will start with the minutes from the previous meeting. If you'd like to have a look at them, and can I get someone to make a motion to accept them as presented, please? Councillor Cowan, seconded by Councillor Wright. Any discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried. Great. Thank you. Okay, we'll move along to number 2, the agenda for tonight. Is there any errors or omissions there? Can I get someone to make a motion to
I think we've lost Mr. Mayor in the sound, so we'll take Councillor Machynski and Councillor Cowan for the adoption of the agenda. Everybody in favor? Raise your hands. I think he's still blocked out. Okay, we'll give him a minute to see if he can get hooked back up. All in favor?
Do you want me to turn the recording off for a second?
Yeah, maybe for a second. We'll see if we can get him back.
This conference will now be recorded.
Great, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, not a big month in February, really. Our calls for service compared to the previous year were down low, and nothing major. Usual run-of-the-mill stuff, doing COVID checks on behalf of CBSA when they came in. No major events, and our staffing levels remain where they were before, except Corporal Edie has been promoted to sergeant out in Alberta. So they'll be taken off as soon as he can sell a house. And we have actually gotten seconded from Blue Hills Detachment, a corporal that was working in service. Her name's Corporal Santo. I actually know her when I was on a federal border team in Boys Bay. She was working at a delivery, so I know she's a good member. She'll be a really good supervisor for the guys here. So that's really good. And we got another member who's on light duties. He's doing a return to work program from Blue Hills as well. Constable Eric Elway, and he's probably going to be back full uniform within 2-3 weeks, I'm anticipating. Okay. So that'll take us up, and we'll have some pretty solid numbers. We're hanging in there right now for the numbers.
Good.
Excellent. Any questions for the sergeants, folks? Everybody's happy with the policing of Alberta? Good. Excellent.
I do have one.
Yes.
Comment if we're doing those. I had a phone call from a resident at the Evergreen that both roads that come past them, you know, like both sides of the Evergreen, kind of Rutledge and Hargrave, does that sound right?
Yeah.
She said, like, no idea why. It's like a speed zone over there. It's people fast, and it's a lot, and it's all times of the day. And I said I would mention it to you.
Okay.
We can come up with nothing exciting on either end, why people are speeding through there and what's going on, but it's,
They don't want to get sucked into the Evergreen.
yeah, exactly. They're going by as fast as they can. But she said it's kind of wicked. And with the weather getting warmer and the kids outside, they kind of nominated her to call, and I said we'd pass it along.
So it's morning and night?
Yeah, she said it's not even just like you can't just blame school kids, or just like it's lots of different times.
Okay.
But the reasoning behind, I got nothing. So I guess that's why it's whatever times of the day. So,
Okay, I'll bring it up to the guy.
yeah, right?
I'll let our traffic services know too.
Yeah, weird spot, but
Right on.
Sometimes these hormones, these young people get going and they think they're aerial and video sometimes.
gotta be
I
something.
wrote one down for that.
I haven't forgot being a cat.
Okay, no other questions for the sergeant. I will ask for a motion to accept his report as presented. Councillor Gardner, Councillor Cowan. Any discussion? If not, we'll call for the question. All in favor? Carried. Great. Thank you much. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.
Okay, let's move on to number 4, finance. We'll do them both together. Waterworks and the town. First off, I'll get a motion to pay these bills and then we can discuss them if any discussion comes. Did you have a question?
I have a conflict with 2021-05-10.
0510. 2021 0510. Okay. Anything else? No one else? Okay, can I get a motion that, no, I guess, yeah, we have to have a motion first.
Yeah.
A motion to accept the bills as presented. Councilor Wright, seconded Councilor Penner. Okay, discussion, other than the one that Councilor Cowan brought up, is there any other questions we have on any of the payables in front of you? Councilor Wright?
Oh,
We can't hear you.
You're acting like you're a call.
If you want to type, we can.
I think she said carry on. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody else have any questions regarding the accounts payable?
She's typing something in.
Is she typing? Yeah, I think she might. Waterworks.
Trying to find the number.
Oh. 496. Co-op agro hydrant leak. The hydrant leak behind, oh, the hydrant, like our hydrant that's right behind the co-op farm supply. It was leaking. So it had to be repaired.
Great, you okay? Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor, excluding that one to be paid, Councilor Gardner. Seconder, Councilor Cowan. All in favor?
Didn't we already figure it
Yeah, we had.
We have that. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's a great.
Oh, right, well, this must be good. Okay, carried. Councilor Penner, did you have a question or you just voting? Oh, okay. Great, now let's go back to that one. Can I get a motion to pay, and I forget the number of that one, 210 or 10, sorry.
2021-0510.
Yeah, 10. Councilor Gardner, Councilor Williams, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. Okay, that's done. All right, so let's move along to number 5, and I will turn this one over to Rhonda, please.
I think we lost Whitney. She must have signed out to see if she could get sound back.
And this,
Give her a second. Do you want me just to give Whitney a second?
sure, let's give her.
Usually her
I
sound,
always have so much trouble.
yeah. Usually her sound will come
We
back.
have to cut everything.
Well, you know, I heard you say something about their trucks going around town.
There was 2.
Yeah, and I did see 2 of them burning around today, so they must be having some problems.
One guy was working on a ladder, and the other guy hit the.
Oh, there she's back.
Okay, it brings back again.
Yeah.
Okay, we moved on to number 5, the bylaws 2789, and I'll turn it over to Rhonda, please.
Thank you. Yes, you'll see before you bylaw number 2789, and it's the bylaw of the town of Verdon to amend local improvement 4-way bylaw number 2750, which authorized the completion of the town of Verdon wastewater treatment facility upgrades, phase 2 building extension and treatment equipment. And this can be read a second and third time, as it was sent to the municipal board after receiving first reading, and we have now have confirmation back from them that it is now approved. So we just need to send, it's approved by municipal board order E-21-015. So we just need to send it back with the fee of $1,100, and then I will send all the paperwork to RBC in order to get our money from them.
Okay, so this is second and third reading on this then.
This is second and third reading, yes.
So can I get someone to make a motion, Councilor Gardner, second Councilor Cowan, to carry this to second and third reading? Any discussion?
Hearing, oh, Councilor Wright. Did
Can you
have
hear me now?
something you want?
Yeah,
Okay, I just have a question about Schedule A. The interest in Schedule A, is it because we started this on March 30th and that's why it's not more than like 2022?
yeah, that's exactly why. Because there's
Okay.
only the 9 months interest instead of a full 12 months.
Okay, that's just what I wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Good catch.
Great. Any more questions? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Pardon me. Okay, let's move along to number 6. And that is our AMM issues.
Oh, sorry. Package agenda got typed up before.
Oh, am I missing one?
There's one slid in
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, do you want to read it? I'll go ahead, yes.
Sure. We just yesterday received our Mylar plans for the land that we purchased or in the process of purchasing and had subdivided out for the well mechanization building down in the valley. So we were required just to do a plan of works for that because it was a small parcel that is going to be used for municipal purposes. And so now that we have that in our hands, we do require a resolution of council approving it. So then we can then enter the resolution number onto the plan and send it in to be registered and turned over to us eventually. So the resolution is, be it resolved that the town of Verdon acquired the land described as follows for municipal purposes, part of the southeast quarter of section 51125 WPM shown as parcel A on a plan of works prepared by Timothy Lawn's staff, MLS, and sworn on the 24th day of February 2021, deposit number 0154-2021 WLTO. And further that the plan of works referred to above is hereby approved. So this is some of the, just the process of getting our project finalized. And own a piece of land that our actual building and one of the wells is located on. The one is kind of just right inside the road allowance, but the other one is on this parcel.
Okay, can I get someone to make a motion to what we were just reported? Councilor Williams, Councilor Penner second. Any discussion on this? Any questions, folks? Anybody want to clarify anything? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried. Great, thank you very much. Okay, we will, you caught up there, Linda. We can move on to number 6. And I'll let you have that one as well too, please.
Yeah, we just have a couple of things under AMM issues. The first one is that the AMM is further studying of the municipal handgun bans endorsed at the FCM meeting. If everyone recalls, Bill, I believe it's C21 came out indicating that municipalities would could possibly be passing bylaws to ban handguns, etc. And that's not generally municipal, unless you're in a larger center with your own police force. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that correspondence to your attention so that you could read through it. The next piece of correspondence is third-party inspectors and farm buildings. And they are now advising that those jurisdictions who have a Part 3 building inspector, such as ourselves, will now be responsible for the inspection of farm buildings that are over like the 6,000 square feet. It no longer falls under OFC. It's now all coming to municipalities to do those inspections.
Okay.
And I think there's one more here. And we did actually discuss that after our, the Trans-Canada West Planning District last night. And the last one is just, is information from the displayers who you would have seen at the AMM Spring Convention. So there's just different information from some of the displayers that they're hoping that you guys make sure you take the time to read through and look at their ads, seeing as how they don't get an opportunity to meet you all at the displays this spring.
Great. Okay, so, do we need a motion to accept all that, or is it more information?
It's just information, yeah.
One question, refresh my memory. Nielsen Granite, is that where we buy our columbariums from, or do they come out of
Nelson Granite, yeah, that is.
these guys? And they're going to draw on it. Yes, okay, good.
But they have a
Facility and,
Maple, is it? Nelson?
I'm not sure whether they bought that place here.
they were looking at it at one time.
Yeah, there's something around you, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good. That's, I just wanted to make.
Okay, that's what we deal with.
Thank you. Let's move along to number 7. Tax sale reserve bids, and whenever you're ready there, Rhonda, please.
Yes, we currently do have some properties that it appears they will be coming to the tax sale that's scheduled on April 6th at 6:30. And as part of that, it is suggested that the municipality sets reserve bids, which is generally all of the outstanding taxes, like including from 2020, and any of the costs that the municipality has incurred for whatever it may be, the collection of these taxes, outstanding water bills, anything like that, anything that's owing against property. So the resolution is, whereas pursuant to section 372 of the Municipal Act, a municipality may set a reserve bid in the amount of tax arrears and costs in respect of the property. Therefore, be it resolved that the town of Virden place a reserve bid on all properties that are being brought forward in the April 6, 2021 tax sale in the amount of all arrears and costs in respect of each property.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Councilor Williams, seconder. Councilor Wright. Any more discussion on that?
How many pieces of property is there? What?
I think right at the moment there's 5, but that can change,
You can
right?
change, yeah, once you're in paid, yeah.
Yeah, most of them are paid, but yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other discussion, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried, thank you. Okay, number 8. Rhonda, I'll let you bring that one forward, please.
Sure. Generally, properties are assessed every 2 years. At one time, it used to be every 4 years, and then they changed it to every 2 years, trying to keep it so that it was more in line with what the market value of property was at the time. But due to COVID, they are now bumping it a year. So the next assessment period is going to begin in 2023, with the regular 2-year cycle continuing from that point forward. So you're going to see all of our assessments, stay relatively the same, other than, additions and deletions, that type of thing.
Okay. Now, do we need a motion on that, or is that just
Just for information.
information? Okay, good. Okay, number 9. Appointment of Spray Park Committee. And I'll let you handle that one, please.
A couple of meetings ago, we met with the Spray Park Committee, and we had discussed that we probably should have a counselor formally appointed to that organization, and that did get missed, I can't talk tonight, missed at the next council meeting. So I have just brought that forward. I believe that Councillor Wright had indicated she might be interested in being the official appointee, but it's just to make sure then we're complying with all Revenue Canada requirements.
Right.
For when we.
I will make the motion that we appoint Councillor Wright to the Spray Park Committee.
Can I have a seconder to that, please? Councillor Gardner. Any more discussion other than Councillor Wright's in and Councillor Gardner? Discussion?
Yeah, but there wouldn't be any consideration of conflict of interest with that, Whitney being involved with Spray Park Committee and also sitting on it as town member and councillor.
It could be what you call a perceived conflict by the general public. If she's not gaining anything personally. It's other than it's definitely a project that she's
Already involved.
very strong feelings about and wishes to move forward. So I think that's up to you guys as a council as to how, when she brings things forward, you know, how you agree with her or not. You know, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, I think we voted on that, did we not?
No.
Can I call the question? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Great, thank you. Congratulations, Councillor Wright. Another pin in your bonnet. Okay, number 10. Request for sponsorship, Scallion Creek Committee. Rhonda, I'll let you handle that one as well. It's pretty self-explanatory, I think. But
Yeah.
anyway.
The Scallion Creek Committee is obviously working towards some more upgrades to the trail system. And so as part of their 2021 projects, they're taking over the responsibility of the trout pond with mentorship from the remaining Elks members, replacing, these are the things they wish to do: replace the damaged dock and stock the trout pond, purchase some picnic tables for Centennial Park and Trout Pond, continue the trail of 11, and add a walking bridge from Galt across Scallion Creek to Kenderdine. They're saying Galt, so it's really through the soccer field area. So basically what they're looking for from council is a willingness to sponsor their application for funding to the Vernon Area Foundation. And you guys have done this several times before with various organizations who aren't able to make the application on their own.
Okay, Councillor Cowan, were you making that motion? Okay, seconder, Councillor Wright. Any more discussion? Everybody understands what's happening here? It's a great thing. They're really doing a great job here. Okay, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried. Thank you all. Okay, we've come to, did we want to do 12 before 11?
Oh, and yours is in the wrong order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do number 12. Nancy, and then Rhonda, I'll let you carry that one for a second, please.
Thank you. At the previous meeting, this was on an agenda, and it was requested of staff to see if we could register, 2 or 3 people and then get the recording. And so that is what we have done. So really all we need just is a motion authorizing whoever from council to do it so that you guys can get paid for that time.
Okay. Councillor Wright, you had your hand up. You're making that motion? Okay, Councillor Gardner seconding. Do we have people in place for that?
They said we have 3
Yeah.
connections
Right.
signed up for it.
So,
So, yeah.
Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor, please. Opposed, if any? Thanks, Carl. Right on.
Is that all members of council?
Yeah. Okay, now we'll move on to Committee reports. If you want to grab all your paperwork and stuff, because I know you've all been busy. And we'll start off with Councilor Pat.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mic button. I just had the 2 planning and finance meetings last week on Tuesday and Thursday. And I think that's it.
Great, thank you. Councilor Cowan.
I also attended the 2 budget meetings last week, and that was it for me.
Excellent. Councilor Wright.
I had a Verdon Employment Skills Center. They're going over the new contract for the next year and just some housekeeping and stuff. I had a Trans-Canada West Planning District. I had the budget meetings, the rec conference. Have we had a council meeting since that? I don't know. And a spray park meeting. And now I can officially tell you guys about that. So we've got, I think, $275,000 fundraised. And I think since that meeting, they've had a couple more big sponsorships come in. So it's going very well. And there's a fundraiser on right now. So shameless plug for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Carl. Can't hear you, Carl. There you are.
I was on the rec committee for the different things. There must have been about 5 meetings. And most of them were very informative, some with the aged, which we have lots of aged here. And then I was there for planning and finance to the meetings there. And that's about it.
Great, thank you. Councilor Williams.
I had the Trans-Canada West planning meeting, 2 budget meetings. I attended the online rec conference, and that's another one. We have access to it, the people that were on it till September, I think.
Good.
Because there was 1 or 2 things that I got into and they weren't quite what I thought they were, and I missed other like things that were on at the same time. So there were 1 or 2 I wanted to go back and see. And then I had a meeting today with office staff and ratepayers and the mayor, and that's about it.
Great, thank you. Councilor Gardner.
Had a vet board meeting on the 10th, a booth committee meeting on the 15th, 16th, and the 18th. I had budget meetings. 22nd, I had a fire board meeting, and then tonight's meeting.
Great, thank you. Ms. Stewart.
Did we miss Tara?
No,
I'm gonna go Tara and me.
you, please.
Okay.
I forgot the fire board meeting, but that was my fault.
Oh.
Okay. I did attend a communications seminar in amongst everything. A short little MMAA meeting. We had the well mechanization meeting, HTFC. We had a short meeting Monday morning with with the planning district, not the planning, it's conservation district, now the watershed district. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. Just about their GPS, what they can now do for us, helping with our asset management. Of course, we've been doing a lot of work with budget and having our several meetings with that. We did have a meeting with the group, the community gardeners, with a couple of the community gardeners and those home property owners. And I will report on that after. We did have a meeting with one of the people who were in a tough sale position, and I can report on that more in camera. We had Trans-Canada West. I mention that? Yeah, it's been go. We've had a lot happening in the last couple of weeks.
Excellent.
So sorry, I
No, that's
a
fine.
little bit. In our MR call, we had a lot of discussion on that, our municipal relations call this past week over Bill C-21 Green Team. They're not sure when those are going to be approved yet, or the Building Sustainable Communities. They are all being reviewed, but they don't know yet when those will be finalized. And then, of course, we're all aware that the public health orders really didn't change much for us. So, I mean, for our facilities, nothing has changed
No.
at all that way.
Okay, great, thank you. For myself, the budget meetings, fire board meeting, a couple other meetings regarding ratepayers and different things with our deputy mayor and our CAO. And that's about all I have as well. Okay. Now, I don't notice the motions, there is none. Correct. Councilor Williams? However, forget that one. All right, can I get a motion to move into in camera, please? Councilor Gardner, seconder, Councilor Collins, all in favor? Okay, let's just wait a minute while we shut off that recording. And we'll move into.
This conference will now be recorded.
All in favor? Great. Okay, we'll wait for the recording and then we'll go back into our regular meeting.
We're recording. What is subject, right? 8:40.
Okay, so we have the one thing, and that is the interest on Go Park Construction Building. Tax roll,
Right.
tax roll number.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion on that, but not.
No, because I couldn't, I will make the motion that we, cut that bill in half.
Cancel half.
Cancel half of the bill going on that tax roll.
Seconder, please. Councilor Collins. Okay, any more discussion on that matter? Seeing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried.
What was the vote?
7-0. Anything else here? Okay, so at this time, as Mayor of Burton and with council around me and our CAO, I would like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Kalinchuk on their son's great ambition to get into NHL hockey, namely Wyatt. He played hockey in Burton. He grew up playing hockey here. He played hockey with the Wildcats. Moved on and played down in the States in the AHL, and now he is a Chicago Blackhawk. So I think town of Burton should be.
Calendar.
Yes.
Callan, sorry.
Not Kalinchuk.
Sorry. And I think we should all be very proud in the town of Burton that we have a son who has made the NHL. So we will pass this along to his parents tomorrow by phone call and congratulate them.
Very nice.
Thank you. Okay, anything else tonight? Okay, I'll call for a motion to adjourn. Councilor Collins, Councilor Williams, all in favor? Carried. Thank you all. Have a great night. And we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Tara was maybe going to stick around and talk to me for a minute.
Tara?